Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold episode. On today's episode, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we are talking about Megaliths. Megaliths are currently everywhere in the NR format, or festival, and so I figured, hey, why not build them and try them out in a real deck, or in the ladder, you know, on ranked. Yeah, this is what we have here. As you can see, there's a lot of cards. We're playing 59. Realistically, you could play 60, but not too necessary. So playing 59. It's funny. Moving on, let's actually talk about the Megaliths themselves. Megaliths are a bunch of monsters that use monster effects in order to ritual summon instead of ritual spells. So, the monsters that can actually ritual summon from the hand are Phaleg, Bethor, and Drytron. All of the rest of the all of the level 8s can ritual summon from the hand. All of the level 4s, Ophiel, Haggith, and Ock, can ritual summon from the field. However, they all have different effects on summon. Ophiel searches a monster, Haggith searches a spell or trap, and Ock draws and then discards. On summon, Phaleg just boosts up everything by 300 attack and defense for each ritual monster in the grave. Bethor pops cards up to the number of differently named ritual monsters in the grave, and Drytron has a quick effect hand ritual summon. So you ritual summon from the hand by discarding this card in order to actually go into your combos, and at quick effect speed. Absolutely crazy. Also, I think when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a card you control, you place a ritual monster from your graveyard into the bottom of the deck to negate the activation. So it's not bad on field. As well. Most of the time you're going to want to keep it in hand, though, because the added disruption of special summoning during the opponent's turn is way more useful. Moving on, we are also playing full. This is the heart and soul of the Megalith strategy, and what really makes them tick. When it's ritual summoned, you can target a ritual monster in your graveyard. This level becomes that level's target, and then you add it to the hand. Also, during the main phase, if you can activate this effect to ritual summon a Megalith ritual monster from hand or deck by attributing monsters that equal or exceed the level of the ritual monster. Meaning, Bethor becomes a quick effect pop on your opponent's turn of multiple cards. If you don't know, that's pretty crazy, and it's one of the reasons why full is currently limited to 1 in the NR format, as well as Bethor 2. However, since we have triple full, we do not have to worry about keeping it on field nearly as much. Moving on, we are also playing triple Senju, triple Manju, just because they are the best normal summons for the deck. We are also playing triple Preparation of Rites to search out a lot of our cards that we may need. So, yeah, there we go. Lots of ways to search out our combo starters with these guys. On top of that, we are also playing Incantation Chalice Lime. This card allows us to reveal it, discard a card, and then special summon out either Talismandra or Candle, which just gets us to a monster or into Inception with Talismandra and Candle respectively. Now, Inception just allows you to tribute off the incantations in order to ritual summon a monster from your hand. Very nice. It also recurs itself, but mostly it's for the fact that it can ritual summon anything. Meaning, if you go into Candle and then you search out this card, you can then tribute it off or you can activate it in order to tribute off the Candle for an Ophiel or a Haggith, which gets your combo started. Moving on, we are also playing Block Dragon. This card's crazy. If you don't know what it does, when it's sent to the graveyard, it searches out a bunch of cards. It also just protects your rock monsters, which we're all rock earths. And it can special summon itself by banishing 3 earths from the grave. So, this card's crazy, and is probably deserving of a ban. But in all honesty, this deck, it does need it to go into like some of the more heavy combos, but it doesn't quite need it to really work as well compared to like Adamancipator. However, with that being said, we are playing 1 Adamancipator Researcher because you can search it off of this guy, which then it can special summon itself, and then you have a tuner for Halqifibrax. We'll talk about that in a second. We are also playing Ben 10, just a crazy good ritual card. We are playing Unformed. This card's crazy. You tribute a monster, you tribute monsters in order to special summon from the deck by using twice the levels. Just ritual summoning from the deck. We have 1 portal, which is recursion and protection, and then 1 emergence. Absolutely crazy. As for the tech cards, we are playing Gamma and Drivers. or sorry, Gammas and a Driver. We're playing 1-0-0-1 for the Auroradon combo, as well as the O-Lion. We are playing triple Ash Blossom, triple Maxi. We are playing 1 Nibiru. Nibiru could be bumped up, but realistically, the reason you would play this is with Crossout Designator. So if you have Crossout Designator, play that instead of the evenly matched. Yeah, Nibiru is a hard stop to a lot of your combos, so do keep that in mind. We are also playing triple Pot of Prosperity to dig for more cards, since we don't need all of our extra deck, and then we are also playing triple evenly matched. Let's move on to the extra deck. We are playing Herald of Arclight. This card's crazy. If you don't know what it does, when it's sent to the graveyard, you add a ritual monster or ritual spell, and then also it is a free negate. And we summon it off of the 0-0-1 and the tokens off of Auroradon. We are playing Boral Savage Dragon. This is summoned off of a, I think it's O-Lion, and a token or two. Yeah, I think it's the 2 tokens, the O-Lion, and then a Savage Dragon. I think there are other ways to summon it as well, but yeah, that's mostly how it's done. We are playing Baguska as a rank 4, as well as Gallant Granite. Baguska is mostly just to stall, but Gallant Granite gets us to block Dragon or anything else. Very crazy with just any 2 level 4s. We're playing Halqifibrax, Masquerena, Auroradon, Apollosa, and Access Code. So that's the deck. Let's hop into some replays and see how this deck performs. Now, before we get into these duels, I just wanted to say that, did you know, almost 80%, over 80% of the people who watch my channel are not subscribed? That's all. Alright, so here we are going first in our first duel, and in all honesty, this is a pretty good hand, seeing as how we have double prep, which means even if they had something like an Ash Blossom, we could potentially get another search here, as well as we have the Incantation Chalice Slime, allowing us to get into Mandrake. We also have Ben 10, but we didn't have any Megaliths, so we are going to quickly remedy that by searching out the Ophiel, and then we will search out a Haggith here. Then we will reveal the Chalice Slime, discarding the Ritual Spell in order to go for the Talismandra. They're then going to activate their Maxi, which they had in hand. Whoops! Now we have to play around Maxi, which means that our board is going to be significantly worse, but all in all, it's not going to be that bad. We are then going to search out the Aeratron off of the Talismandra so that we have something in hand for us to utilize while we're not under the effect of Maxi. We are then going to activate the effect of the graveyard effect of the Incantation to go for the Candle from deck, and then special summon out the Ophiel. Ophiel will then search a full, which the reason I go for full here is because we can summon it off of the Aeratron in order to go, we activate full, and then full can then special summon from the deck a Bethor, which at least gives us some sort of interaction with the opponent. So that's all that we have. We just have this Aeratron, and if it doesn't go off, we just straight up lose. So they are going to activate Piercing the Darkness. They're going to set 2 cards and then activate their Magician's Rod. They're then going to search out their Magician's Circle, activate the Magician's Circle, and then search out the add the Dark Magician from their deck to their hand. We're then right before main phase ends, I'm going to summon out the full using the Ben 10. Ben 10 is going to get a search. We are also going to use full in order to target the Aeratron in order to increase its level. So we're going to add back the Aeratron. We are going to add a normal summon off of the Ben 10 in Manju. It's just the best normal. But yeah. And then we are going to activate the effect of full to go for Bethor. We're going to tribute off the Ophiel and the Haggith so that we have 3 pops, and I'm going to pop the 3 cards right here. So we're going to pop all 3 of those. They're going to reveal Magician's Soul, pitching one of their Dark Magicians in order to special summon it. They're then going to draw a card and set a card, and then pass the turn. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident that we can easily take this. So yeah, let us begin. I'm going to activate Portal first, and then I'm going to then I'm going to normal summon Manju in order to search out Haggith. We're then going to tribute off the Bethor for full to go for another Bethor. Bethor can here pop 4 as well as allow us to get back a Ben 10. Bethor is going to activate in order to pop, and yeah, we will proceed from there. They reveal their Magician Navigation, which I was pretty sure that's what it was, but that does allow them to special summon out 2 monsters. Their Dark Magician as well as their Dark Magician, or Magician of Dark Illusion. not a lot I can do about that. We will add back the Ben 10, wiping the rest of their field. Drytron is going to activate. We're going to tribute off the Ben 10 in order to go for a Megalith here. Ben 10 is going to activate, and then Megalith is going to activate. Realistically, I could have done this the other way in order to protect the Megalith search, which is way more important. So Ben 10 is going to search, or sorry, Megalith is going to search out the Unformed, and then Ben 10 is going to search out another normal summon because I don't know if I can OTK them here. We are going to then tribute off our Bethor to go for an Ophiel here in defense position. Realistically, I should be putting most of this stuff in attack position. I can't with this guy, but most of the other stuff I should be. We're going to go for Megalith here to tribute off everything to go for a Phaleg, just so that I can get as much power as I can. I'm then going to go for a Gallant Granite here to search out a Block Dragon. So, search out the Block Dragon. Block Dragon is then going, or sorry, I'm not going to actually summon out the Block Dragon because I wouldn't be able to OTK with the Block Dragon on field, and it would decrease the amount of attack that I could attack with from my Phaleg, since I would have to banish some rituals. So instead, what I do is I just attack in, and it turns out that was the right decision, because they had Apprentice Illusion Magician, and had I banished 3 rituals, I wouldn't have been big enough to deal with this Dark Magician. So there's that. So we attack in, clear his field, summon out the Block Dragon, and then pass the turn. We still have full, we still have Block Dragon, we still have Gallant Granite, we still have a lot of things, and they have a singular card in their hand. And you will see that that singular card is actually pretty funny. I'm going to activate this Gallant Granite, and it's going to get Ash Blossom. Not really that big of a deal, but just kind of funny. I'm actually going to, I think, normal summon this Senju. No, I just proceed to attack, because I know that that is game over. Alright, and here we are in our second duel, once again, going first. And this is a much better hand. We did happen to draw a Portal, somehow. So yeah, we're going to normal the Manju, search out Ophiel, and then we are going to activate the Portal. We are then going to use this use the Bethor, tribute off the Senju, special summon out the Ophiel. Portal is going to activate, Ophiel is going to activate. We are going to add back our Bethor, and then search out I believe an Drytron here. No, I search out Megalith. So Megalith here. Ophiel is going to tribute itself to special summon out the Megalith. Megalith is then going to search out the Unformed. Megalith is then going to activate in order to special summon out the Full. Full is then going to target the Ophiel to add it back to the hand, making itself a level 4. We're then going to activate the effect to tribute off the Ophiel to special an Ophiel from the deck. Ophiel will then activate to get another search of a monster, this time the Drytron. I'm then going to go into a Gallant Granite here. Gallant Granite is going to send the Full to the grave to search out Block Dragon. I'm going to banish 3 to go for the Block Dragon here. Then I will link off these 2 into IP Masquerena. Block Dragon will search out a Full, a Researcher, and a Megalith. At this point, we can activate our Unformed in order to special summon out our Ophiel from deck. Ophiel will then get another search, that's 3 Ophiels in 1 turn, searching for another Bethor. Researcher will special summon itself. I'm going to activate its effect to reveal the top 5 cards, just because I can, and literally reveal nothing. We are then going to go into our Crystron Halqifibrax. Halqifibrax is going to activate to bring out the 001. We are then going to go into Auroradon. Auroradon is going to activate. We are going to get 3 tokens onto our side of the field, and then we are going to bring back our Despot 001. 001 and one of the tokens is going to link off into Herald of Arclight. We are then going to tribute the other 2 to go for the Phantom Beast Olion, and then I realize I cannot link summon with this. So I kind of screwed myself because I can't actually do anything. I don't have Martial Metal Marcher, which would be normally what you go into in order to continue your combos. But alas, I do not have it, and I cannot continue from here. However, it doesn't really matter all that much. We have Drytron as well as Bethor and some ritual monsters in the grave in order for us to actually pop some cards on the opponent's side of the field, as well as we have Block Dragon and IP can go into an Apollosa here, and we have the Omni Negate of Herald. Here I'm going to activate my Masquerena in order to tribute off our Auroradon and our Olion in order to go for a 3-mat Apo. I figured this would probably be the best time before they can actually Pendulum Summon. I'm also going to get the token off of the Olion. They are then going to activate Star Pendulum Graph, and I realized this is probably the best time in order for me to, the best time for me to pop some monsters. So I'm going to activate our Aeritron, which gets banished off of the effect of Herald of Arclight, in order to pop some cards. Now, I thought I had 2 pops here, or sorry, 3 pops here, but I only have 2, so I'm going to pop these 2 here. So Bethor is going to activate, we're going to pop 2 monsters, and then Block Dragon is going to activate in order for us to search, and then Portal is going to activate, targeting the Ophiel in order to add it to the hand. So Ash Blossom can't be activated, neither can Gamma, so that's pretty nice for us. Block Dragon is going to get the search of Auk and a Haggith. Those are the only 2 cards that I could actually search out there. And then we're going to pop 2. They're going to activate the Astrograph Sorcerer, and I'm going to negate that with the Appaloosa. And then I believe at this point, at this point they surrender. So not a lot more that they can do, especially since we stopped their 1 of Astrograph that they happened to draw. Good game. Alright, here we are once again. Well, this time we actually go second, but we have a pretty decent hand. However, they just set 3 and pass, so we didn't actually need to really do anything. And here, my opponent doesn't have anything, so we're basically going to full combo here. They're going to activate their Metal Reflect Slime, and Senju is going to search out a card on normal. So Senju will search out an Aeritron here, and then I'm going to activate the Unformed. We're going to tribute off the two Senjus that we had in hand to go for Ophiel. Ophiel will then activate to search out Ophiel will then tribute itself to search out, or to summon out the Haggith that we have in hand. Haggith will search out the Portal. Then we will activate our Haggith here in order to summon out the Full. Full will activate in order to, well, activate chaining both of its effects. Now, I messed up here. I should have activated Portal, but I didn't, because I'm dumb. I would have been able to grab back 1 of my monsters that was already in grave, which means I could have had both of these back in my hand, which doesn't matter too much, but it is something to keep in mind. Realistically, I could still activate this and get the advantage off of it, so it's not that big of a deal. We're going to tribute off the Ben 10 to go for an Auk here, because I need it to summon out this Ophiel. Then Ben 10 is going to activate, Auk's going to activate to draw and then discard. So we're going to draw and then discard the extra Ophiel here. We're going to search out another Ben 10 here. Then I'm going to activate Portal and then activate Auk here. Auk will then special summon out the Ophiel. Ophiel will get another search, and Portal will add back the Haggith. Hopefully this is making sense. It probably isn't. Let's be honest with ourselves. So Ophiel gets the search of Bethor. Then we are going to go into Gallant Granite here. Gallant Granite is going to activate its effect to search out the Block Dragon. We are then going to activate our in-hand Aeritron to go for Bethor here by sending off the Ben 10 and the Haggith that we had in hand. So Bethor is going to pop 3, then we are going to chain the Ben 10 in order to search. So we're going to pop all 3 cards on my opponent's side of the field. And here I actually make the same mistake with my combo. I'm going to banish everything to go for an IP Masquerena with the Block Dragon. Block Dragon is going to search out Full, Researcher, and Haggith. Same 3 that we searched out last time. Researcher summons itself, then we are going to link off into a Halqifibrax. Halqifibrax is going to activate, bring out the O-Lion, and then we are going to go into Auroradon. Now, I did kind of mess up here, because instead of going for the Deskbot, since I don't have space, I went for the O-Lion, and then I activate the O-Lion instead of activating the Mechaphana Beast. So, kind of a mistake, not too big of a deal, because we wouldn't have really used the extra token for anything, but we're going to bring back this Block Dragon, and then just proceed to battle, and deal as much damage as I can. And then I get tributed over with a Sphere Mode. So, they did make a mistake here, in the fact that they tributed off our Auroradon, which wasn't really doing anything. They realistically should have tributed off the Full. Full is a much higher priority against Megaliths, so do keep that in mind if you ever come across a Megalith player. We're going to add an Ophiel and Haggith off of the effect of Block Dragon, and then we will activate our Full in order to go for a Feleg, tributing off their own Sphere Mode. Now, the reason I do this is because it was the end of main phase, so they weren't activating anything else, so I decided to activate here. Aeritron is going to activate itself in order to tribute off a Haggith to summon out Ophiel. Ophiel will then search another Aeritron, and at this point I will just normal summon a Manju, switch everything to attack position, and attack in for well over lethal. Alright, and here we are, once again going second, but we drew an incredible going second hand. We drew double Ash Blossom, Maxi, and Nibiru. So we're just going to immediately Ash Blossom their Dark Contract, because that is the most scary card from DDDs. So, they immediately end their turn there. We actually draw into probably the best card we could have with Megalith Unformed. We did need to draw into something that could also get the combo going, so drawing into Unformed is incredibly nice. We're going to activate our Senju in order to search out a nothing, because Ash Blossom. Feels bad, man. I still don't think that that matters because of Unformed. Had we not drawn Unformed, it definitely would have. But we're just going to activate this Unformed here in order to summon out exactly Full. Full is the only thing we could have summoned here. We're going to then activate Full in order to tribute off the Nibiru to go for Ophiel. So, Ophiel is now basically full combo. So, Ophiel, search out Haggith. Haggith then special summon itself in order to search out... special summon in order to search out Emergence. Now, Emergence, the reason I go for this is because if I were to go for Portal or Unformed, there isn't really a whole lot that I could have gotten off of that. Sure, I could have activated, like, Full's effect in order to have double Full on field and, you know, an Ophiel in hand. But in all honesty, Emergence is the best play given the fact that I still have 2 hand traps. So they're going to take 1,000 from their contract, and then they are going to activate it again, and I am going to Ash Blossom once again. Again, this is probably the scariest card that they have. I could deal with like a single fusion monster. So yeah, they're going to activate their, summon out their Savant Kepler to search out a Dark Contract with the Swamp, which then they will activate in order to fusion summon. I'm going to change to that the Max C to get us to draw a card, and they are going to go for a Oracle Dark. So I'm going to draw a card, and I draw a Block Dragon. Not the greatest, but it's fine. They go to End of Main, and I'm going to activate my Full's effect to go for an Ophiel. Ophiel will then search for Aerodron. And then they will attack over our Ophiel, and we will... we will summon out with Emergence, and then at this point, they just kind of scoop it up during our turn. So, yeah, there you go. We win. So, all in all, how is this deck? It's fine. It does make use of Block Dragon, which is an insane card. You can go into, you know, the Aurora Dawn line with a multiple, you know, with Apollosa as well as Herald of Arclight. You could also make Borreload Savage Dragon. I just never made it because I'm bad. But all in all, it's still a very competent strategy. The biggest problem is that it does tend to brick because of the fact that you are playing ritual monsters. Ritual monsters require a lot of monsters or just a lot of cards for them to really get their engine going. However, even with that being said, Megaliths are incredibly fun. They do require a lot of brain power. You can't like mess up your combo halfway through, which did happen quite a bit, and I just ended up losing because I messed up, which is nice. It's way more interesting to lose to your own mistakes, something that you can improve upon, than just the luck of the draw. And it really does feel like Megaliths are, in fact, that. So, I highly recommend playing this deck and learning it. And I'm going to be having a combo video come out tomorrow, the day after this one, where I more so explain the intricacies of this deck. So if you're at all interested in that, just be patient for a little bit, and I will have basically how to play this deck in more depth. I'm not perfect, for certain. There were definitely misplays. For example, I messed up the Aurora Dawn line multiple times. So yeah, do keep that in mind. I'm still learning, as are we all. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys did indeed enjoy. If you did, a like is very much so appreciated. And if you want to check out more content like this, as well as more Yu-Gi-Oh!, then just be sure to subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye.